Welcome, my name is Helena and I'm the creator behind Fabel Knitwear. I'm very happy that you're joining me today. Let's talk about what I've been up to. I am working away on my heirloom collection, which is set to publish this spring, but with everything that's happening, I still don't know what we will end up doing. It's meant to be a collection for Pickle's window session, which Pickles is a shop in Oslo, a yarn shop, and they invite indie designers to design something or make something and then put up a window display and have fun with that. And I'm so excited for it, and I know exactly what I want to do. But as it stands, we can't really have a physical launch in that sense, and it wouldn't be responsible anyway, so we'll just have to wait and see. We're figuring out what we're going to do. But worry not, the patterns will come this spring somehow, whether it's with that or we do something else with the window collection, window session. We will just have to wait and see. That's what I've been working on. I've done quite a few teasers now of at least the Antiquity blouse, which is the first pattern in that collection. I'm not going to show you here. I've talked about how weird I am with that before. I love keeping that secret, but I have posted some pictures and teasers over on Instagram. Also, the building on the other side of the street is so bright. It's cream and white and it's reflecting everything onto me, which is why I'm blinking like a crazy person. There are gorgeous, huge trees outside, and the leaves are starting to grow and pop up, but it's not covered in foliage yet, which it will be soon, and which will help with this reflection because it is bright. So yeah, I just felt myself being distracted by that. But yes, the Antiquity blouse is the first pattern and it is coming soon. We'll just have to figure out the details. I've knit the second one, which I posted yesterday on Instagram, which I've knit in Usk, which is a base the tie dye in the colour Faye, and also my mohair silk Faye, and it is amazing. Go check that out on Instagram. I'll pop a picture. And my goodness, I love it. I want it in all the colours now. I am also working on my second heirloom collection pattern, which is the Decadence blouse, which I'm not going to show you in its fullness. This is a tease. This is what I'm working on. You can kind of see some beads there. This is knit in my mohair silk in the colour Wizard's Robes. And it's perfect. That's what I'm currently doing. It's knit top down. I'm on the sleeves of this now. So I've done the body. And the next project that I will be doing, I'm just doing this now because I've started talking about the heirloom collection, is the folklore blouse, which I'm going to do in my mohair silk petal, which is this gorgeous antique pink, with, I'm going to use some scraps. I'm going to use this scrap of Moulin Rouge in Athena, and I want to use Athena either in petal or flare. I don't have any scraps of that, so I need to figure out a project to knit one of them in so that I don't cake up a full skein for like a couple of grams. I think that's going to be amazing. Very excited. I am of course wearing a finished object. I've talked about this before. I have finished it. This is my Rowena Jumper in Galis Tweed petal. The Rowena Jumper is one of my patterns. It's from my Hallows collection, which I published autumn 2018, if I'm not mistaken. It's one of 4 patterns named after talented famous witches of the wizarding world, and this is named after Rowena Ravenclaw. It has a sort of mid-high turtleneck that you can adjust as you want, puff shoulders, fitted sleeves, and a fitted ribbed bodice. So this, with all of it being ribbed, I just think it fits so nicely. It has a keyhole neckline at the back, And I have a little button here. I've had in my sash for ages. It's cropped, and this goes to, it goes to just below my belly button, which means it covers the top hem of high-waisted trousers and skirts. But again, easy to adjust if you don't wear high-waisted things. I love this. This is Petal, which I said the colour, which is the same colourway as I'm doing my folklore blouse in. And the base is my hand-dyed yarn. It's Scaleless Tweed, which is my Merino Donegal Net Tweed base in DK weight. I love this. What I really like about this tweed base is for me personally, knitting in merino can sometimes be discouraging because it will pill a lot quicker, even though it's so soft and lush to wear. So I really enjoy Blueface Leicester, but I also really like this tweed because the little tweed pills, the Donegal net that creates the tweed effect, means that where it's not started pilling yet, and I've worn it quite a bit, but when it does, it's not going to be as visible as it would be if it was just a plain merino. So I really enjoy that about this yarn. I love it. I am gonna knit so many things in this. As I talked about last time, I'm definitely gonna do a diagonally jumper in this, in the colour Moulin Rouge, and then do an H, make myself a Weasley jumper. So that's just one of the factors that I really love this. I was talking about this with someone the other day, and some people don't care about pilling and some people can't stand it, so we're all different there. But if you have some nylon in your merino, for instance, my Athena base has nylon and stellina, none of my garments in that have pilled at all, and I've worn them a lot. So it just depends what they're made of. Also, a plied yarn will take longer to pill than if it's just a single ply of yarn. Just something to keep in mind if that's something that bothers you. So that's what I have finished, and I've talked about what I've been knitting, which has mostly been Annie collection patterns that I will wait to show you properly. So just hang on for that, for another episode in the near future. I've also finished another little thing. A couple episodes back, I was on a baby knitting roll because so many friends are having babies, and I couldn't knit all the baby clothes without knitting something for my niece. She turns 3 in September, so it's still way off. But as I was on a roll and I was having such fun with this pattern, I decided to knit one for her and then save it for her birthday, just as a little something. So I knit a Apparel Jacket by Apparel Knitwear, and I used to scrap yarn for this, and I love this. It's such a fun combination. It's very childish, but when can you ever do stuff like this if not for children? So as you can see, I knit this in this green colour, which is Seafoam Champagne, which it's one of my colours. I think it's Elder. Yes, it's Elder. And then I knew I would run out, so I jumped over to just a test skein from when I first started dyeing that I had caked up in a lilac colour that I've never made, or never sold, in Bonnie DK. So I switched between Elder and Bonnie DK, and I did a fade. So I started fading in by knitting like 1 row of that, 2 of that, 1 of that, 2 of that, 2 of that, 1 of that, and then working towards the lavender. I did the same for the sleeves. And I had enough to make the collar as well. I used all the green for this. And then, of course, I have these gorgeous, I love these buttons. They're so fun, and again, so childish, but if not for kids, then when? It's just an assortment. They're all the same button, but they all have different prints on them, so I just picked a random selection with sort of some lilac and greens and pinks all thrown in, and I think this is such fun. Hopefully she will wear it. And she's having a little brother in this summer. I knit one for him as well. I've shown you that before, and I figure with these colours, like, he can wear this when he turns 3. So I love this. This was such fun. I love this pattern. I talked about this before as well. I knit 5 of them this winter, spring, and I would highly recommend it. So quick, really fun. The Apparel Jacket by Apparel Knitwear. This Easter, I made sure I took time off, which is hard to do when you work for yourself, but I took the days off that everyone else has off, and decided I would indulge in something I wanted to do for so long, but I've never really felt I had the time to do. And just a little character thing about me, I get very impatient very quickly. I will start stressing and not doing things properly, cutting corners, and I'll get angry. So I knew if I was, and I also get angry if it doesn't turn out the way I want it to, which is not a great character trait, but there you go. So I knew that if I embarked on this and didn't do it properly, I would just get angry, and yeah, who wants that? So I decided to save it for when I had time, and that is embroidery. I bought an embroidery kit and a hoop and everything back in, must have been 2015, early 2015, and it's just been laying around. I've had everything in a bag, and it's just been in my hobby stash. But I had time, I had all of Easter to do this, so I decided to embroider a pair of cream trousers that I never wore because I don't like the fabric. I love the fit, and so I decided to do flowers and vines down the front, and I'm going to do the back as well. I've done the front now. Let me show you. This is the front of the left hip. It runs all the way down there. The other side, I decided to do different motifs. So this is more center and bigger, and this is more like viney. And I've started on the back, but I'm gonna do more. I ran out of embroidery floss. So that's what I did during Easter, and oh my god, it is so much fun. It's good that I waited until I had time. I also have trouble putting things aside or putting them down when I've started working. So I was sat up until midnight with my fingers literally bleeding because I can't stop. So I did this. The first one I did, or the first side, took a day and a couple hours of the next day, and then this took another day. So I think that's quite quick, but then that being said, I was bleeding and I had to tape my fingers, and I don't make it easy for myself to be quite honest, although I'm so happy with it. I love it. Luckily I ran out of embroidery floss, and I say luckily for my sanity and my partner's sanity, and also my fingers which were ruined, and I bought some embroidery floss a couple of days ago, but I haven't started yet because now I need to set aside a weekend or something so that I can enjoy it, which is what I did for Easter. I enjoyed it so much, and also because I was able to take the time to do it properly. It turned out well, which made me happy. Whereas if I'd rushed through it, it wouldn't have turned out well, and I would have been angry. So all in all, success story. I love this. This was my first attempt at proper embroidery. I did I remember we did cross stitch in elementary school, and I did candelabra with Merry Christmas. It was a Christmas present thing. And I redid a stomacher for a 18th century costume at university, but never a proper embroidery. So for a first attempt, I am very pleased and proud of myself, not least because I was able to stay calm and enjoy the process. I would highly recommend, if you like embroidery, or if it's something you want to embark on, or maybe you already know how to do it but you just want inspiration, follow Pristra. It's the same designer that has the gorgeous knitters backpacks and crossover bags and project pouches, needle cases. I've shown you those before. I have two. I also have the backpack. She does gorgeous embroidery on her knitwear and other things, on her project bags and her clothing in general. She has a book coming out this, I think it's May, I'm not too certain. It's in Norwegian that I know of, but she posts a lot. Her Instagram is both Norwegian and English, so check her out. So recommended. She's so talented and definitely inspired me to embark on this. I'm not sure I would have remembered that I had that kit lying around if not for her constant source of inspiration. So that's the knitting I've been up to. I feel like I've rushed through this really quickly. Yeah. I recently turned 30, which is hard to grasp. My birthday was April 12th and I hosted a birthday sale on patterns and yarn and vintage. And let me just say, to those of you who turned up and bought one or several of these things, thank you. That was a turnout I did not expect. It was a wonderful day and you made it so much better. So I will definitely be hosting a birthday sale again next year, without a doubt. Thank you so much for that. It was a really nice birthday. There wasn't loads to do. Me and my boyfriend had booked a venue and everything to have a joint 30th, and obviously that didn't happen. So we went for a walk, bought donuts and cake, sat in the backyard, which was sunny. It was very chill. Yeah, nice. Ordered takeout, yeah, not what I thought my 30th would be. I imagined being hungover because it was a Sunday. I was not, which is always nice to not be, but not what I expected. But still a lovely birthday, and in large part because of the response to the birthday sale, as I said, what insane. There is also a knit along happening. I talked about this last time. I have opened the Wind Cowl, the Wind blouse knit along, where you knit the Wind blouse, which is one of my patterns. It's great for spring and summer. And finish it within June 15th. So there's quite a lot of time. If you knit more, you have several contributions. You can join on Instagram by using the hashtag #AONCal, or you can join on Ravelry in the Ravelry thread, which I will link below. There will be prizes. There will be 2 winners, one from Instagram and one from Ravelry, selected randomly from the finished projects. If you've started one before I opened the cowl, that's fine, you can join. If you started one and finished it just before I opened the cowl, that's also fine. I think you can still join. You cannot join with something you finished months ago, but in this time frame, that's absolutely fine. You can use, it's a fingering weight pattern, fingering weight light sport. The original pattern is knit using Pickle's Merino Tweed, which I love. You can also use Pickles Pure Wool. You can use several of my yarns. You could use Athena, which is what I'm going to be using. You can use Bonnie, you can use Usk. You just have to check your gauge. You might even be able to use a DK weight if you're a tight knitter. Totally depends on your gauge. It's quite versatile that way. I'm gonna knit mine in Athena, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do Moulin Rouge. Maybe Wizard's Robes, because I already have an Owlery blouse in Moulin Rouge, but we'll see. One of those. And I'm very excited about that. I'm gonna do a long sleeved version because I already have it's a short sleeved, just over the elbow length sleeve, which is great for this time of year. I already have 3, so I'm gonna do a long sleeved one just because I don't have one. And you can always do more. Check out the hashtag for the Owen blouse if you want some inspiration to see what others have done. I talked about the Owen blouse in a previous episode, which is titled something the Heroine collection. So if you want to see more about that, head on back in the archives for that. I also, of course, have to announce the winners for the Magical Places knit along. I'm so sorry it took so long. It closed on April 1st and things have just been crazy. So there are winners and prizes shall be given. There are 2 winners here as well, one from Instagram and one from Ravelry, chosen at random from the finished objects. So let us start. The first winner from Ravelry is Shabam, which is C-H-A-B-A-M. You knit a gorgeous diagonally jumper, and thank you so much. You have won a skein of Fabel Knitwear hand-dyed yarn of your base and choice. Get in touch and I'll get that sorted. And the winner from Instagram, also chosen at random from the finished object, is another diagonally jumper. The random number generator loves a good diagonally jumper apparently, and that winner is Guru Laga. Congratulations. You also win a Fabel Knitwear hand-dyed yarn skein of your choice in the base and colour of your choosing. Get in touch. Congratulations to both of you. It's been such a pleasure seeing what you've made, all of you. There are so many lovely contributions. Let's have a look. to see your own blouse knits. Do join if you like a knit along. Personally, I think they're really good for just keeping us motivated and giving us some sense of community as well when you knit the same things as other people. Head on over to the Ravelry group for more information. That is all for now. I will see you next time. Stay safe, and I hope you have some knitting to keep you company. Bye.